Alright fellas, happy Homebrew Wednesday to you. I hope everybody's alright this week, no problems. I'll have a quick chat with you. Not been brewing this week, but I am going to be brewing on Saturday or Sunday. I'm saving a day for myself there. I've just had a week off work, but I've been busy doing other things. But definitely Saturday or Sunday I'm having a brew. I'm going to do the ESB out at Bible. Got everything under curtain down there, so we're doing that at weekend. And I just thought I'd show you and talk to you. I'm going to have a couple of beers there in a minute, but I just thought I'd show you. I did a Hoegaarden clone 3-4 weeks back, something like that, 3-4 weeks back, been near the 4, and it's been sat, see it right in the corner there, all them bottles, been sat there, and it might even be longer than 4 weeks. Anyway, it's been, I did a brew. I've got one here, and it's shit. Did everything, or the last one I had one anyway, did everything to how I'd normally brew. I'll just get this in a, there won't even much of a nist on that. Get this in a glass and tell you what I think. And I can smell it from here, and it's not a nice smell. Now, I haven't tipped my yeast in there, but did everything as normal, but it had a bloody weird smell to it, sulphury, horrible, eggy, and while it was brewing I thought that were down to yeast, because I used a Mangrove Jack's M20 Bavarian wheat yeast, which I got from Brew UK, and I thought I've got everything, did it, but I'm pretty sure it's infected. It's still got that, although not as much, it's still got a slight eggy sort of smell to it. And it tastes a bit soapy, if that makes sense. I mean, on looks, it looks a cracker. Now, it's been about 2 weeks since I've tried one, and although it's still not as good as I expected it, it's better than it was. Definitely an eggy bit of a smell to it, sulphury, eggy. Now I'm wondering whether if I just leave them 6 months, it might be okay. Although, saying that, hang on, I haven't put my yeast in, have I? Now that head's gone down a bit. Yeah, it's definitely got a bit stronger since I just tipped that in. I'm wondering whether me, because I sanitised everything as normal, did all that, I'm wondering if it's my yeast, because it was still in date, but it was solid. It was a powder yeast, you know, a dried yeast, but it was quite solid in pack, and I had to like just get a couple of squeezes just to bring it to life, if you know what I mean. So I'm unsure. I was hoping to do a side by side with proper Hoegaarden, but definitely somewhat soapy or something like that on taste. I was gonna bin it all. Don't know, what do you think? Do you think the sulphury eggy smell has died down but it's still there? Do you think that'll go with time? And if that goes, do you think that'll take some of that taste with it? That like soapy. That's the only way I can describe it. It's got a bit of a... Every now and then as you're taking a breath, a sniff of it, there is a wheat beer smell coming through, what you'd expect, but it's just overpowered by that eggy sulphury. So that batch might be going down drain, and that'd be my first all grain to tip. But annoying thing is, did a rookie mistake. At the same time I brewed the Sonic IPA kit that I got from Brew UK, and I brewed that in my new fermenter. No problem, brewed it all, but there were that much hops in it, leaf hops, it were all leaf hops. I couldn't really bottle it from that fermenter, which I was planning to do, using tap on bottom. So what I did, I I decanted it into another bucket, brew bucket. Now, it was a bucket I fermented the Hoegaarden in. And although I'd washed it, cleaned it, sterilised it, and to me I couldn't smell anything, I thought, yeah, that's fine, it's clean, it doesn't smell. Put it into that and I left it 2 days on side in here just to settle again. Bottled it all up, of which I've got a bottle here, and I tried a bottle of this. I've actually tried 2, and it's taken on some of the characteristics of that Hoegaarden. Very, very ever so slightly. Right in background. Flavour wise, it's not too bad. But there is a characteristic of that Hoegaarden, what I've just said to you. And I mean, this one has got, it's got quite a lot of hops in it, so you would expect it to be quite punchy and jumping out at glass sort of thing. I mean, it's had just roughly 60 grams of Simcoe, 21 grams of Magnum, 22 grams of Equinox, but it's had over 100 grams, it's had about 110 grams of Citra, and quite a lot of that Citra, I'm pretty sure, we're in a dry hop. Yeah, we did a 67 grams of Citra, 22 grams of Equinox, and 22 grams of Simcoe, all dry hopped together. So we had like 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 107, 89, about 110 grams of hops in a dry hop. So I would expect this to be quite in your face a bit. Yeah, same thing, ever so slightly. Nowhere near as strong, but ever so slightly that soapy type. So I'm a bit disappointed with that. One brew looks like it's been infected, or I had a bad batch of yeast. That's the only thing I can think of. and through my own stupidity really, looks like I might have knackered another one up. So I don't know. I don't know whether to just bin them, cut my losses, or leave them and give them 6 months or something and just see what they're like. You know, is it worth waiting 6 months just to see? I mean, I've still got plenty of bottles, so I'm in no rush for bottles. So anyway, so that's me a bit of a disaster in my brewing, and to be fair, that's on it one I've had this year really, so it's not be all and end all. So now I've got them audible drinks out of the way, I'm going to have a beer, and I'm going to have now I do apologise, Mick, I've had this, I can't remember, I've had it months and months. Beanham Homebrew sent me a Russian Imperial Stout 8.2, which I'm going to put in a glass. And you may remember a few months back I had a visit from everybody's friend, Ant Rogerson, and God, this is quite garbed. I'm going to have to let this settle a bit. And when Ant came, he brought me a few Russian Imperial Stouts. I think he brought me 3. I think there's another one in there. Some 500s, but he did fetch me a one. What a 330 is it? So because I'm having mix at 8.2, and I take it they'll be, I don't even know what they are. They'll be 8% plus. I'm just going to have Ant's little one. Now he did say there were no need to review them, did Ant, and I'm not really going to do a review as such. I just thought I'd share with you the beers. Try and get a bit of head on that. Now that one's poured a lot easier than that one. So I think I might just have to pause things here a while, and I'll come back to you when I've got it in glass. Right, we're back. Managed to get mix in a glass, and I'll tell you something, that looks a stunner. Now, I don't know whether that were a bit carbonated, because as you know with stouts and your darker beers, if you've stored them for quite a few months, they tend to self-carb a little bit. Although the bubbles in this are really, really tiny, if you see, there's quite a few streaming up that glass, which I'm sure won't be a problem. So that's mix, Beanham Homebrew and Ant Rogerson's. Both got a nice creamy head. Ant's has a darker, more coffee colour head to it, whereas Mix is more of a off-white. But the clarity, they're definitely black. They're not, when I say clarity, I don't mean clarity is seen through them. I mean, they're not murky or anything, they're just a nice pure black. And I don't know that I'll get much on nose off that with that big head. There's a definite sweetness coming off that, more of a like a molasses type, dark treacle sort of smell. Not much roast, but it smells lovely. Cheers everybody. Cheers Ant. That is beautiful. One of the first things I've noticed, it's really smooth. It coats the whole of your mouth. It's got quite a thickness to it. I'm just laughing at that head rising up. Just get rid of a bit of that. That is one seriously good stout. It's definitely got a good solid body to it as that beer. Don't know whether he's used oats in it or what, but that is seriously good. Now we'll have a look at mix. It's a shame I didn't have two of these glasses. And I would say on mix there's definitely a bit more roast coming off that. And even though the same style of drink, there's a definite difference, shall we say, in smell, in aroma. But either one, they both smell really nice. Anyway, cheers mate. You know, straight away again, it's got a creamy, thick, lovely mouth feel to it, which can be quite difficult to get. Both definitely can tell they like the dark beers, because these are exceptional. There's no sharpness, there's no burn at all. For 8.2, no alcohol taste. Maybe that's just because I've had them quite a few months, and any high strength alcohol that you'd taste in it has subsided, and it's allowed the flavours of the beer to come through with the malts. I don't know, but they are seriously good. Definitely two beers you could get in trouble with quite easy. So we'll keep it short and sweet. Mick, Beanham homebrew, Ant Rogerson, two exceptional beers, of which I'm gonna go sit them steady, watch a bit of telly and have a bit of a chill. So I'll catch you next time lads. Cheers.